there. I wanted to talk about some of the things you need to bring into the field with you if you're going to take your 4x off into some off-road areas. Get out pretty far away from civilization and things that you kind of need. These things can save your life. If you take the time, you can probably find most of these things in your garden shed. And you can throw them in a little duffel bag or an old military bag if you have one. And they all do kind of fit. So let's talk about them. First thing you may want to have is frame saw. These are cheap, $10, $20, most garden stores. You may even have one in your garden shed. This one's a little rusty and it's old. It doesn't get a whole lot of use, but I keep it because you never know when you're going to need it. It's great for sawing trees that fall down over the road. Sometimes they're just too heavy to lift the entire tree, so you've got to cut it up into pieces and break it up. Now, if you don't have a frame saw, you can grab something like one of these small camp hatchets. Again, $10, $20 at your local garden store. You can always get the bigger one. I love my pink axe. I know that nobody is going to steal this pink axe. This is an amazing axe, good quality, stiff handle, works really good. Again, if you've got a larger tree, you're going to need to get it out of the way because, well, you don't want to live down in the end of a Forest Service road. You got to get out. So, it's either a chainsaw or an axe to get the tree out of there, and that's what you got to do. Sometimes there is no 911 to call. You're 30, 40 miles from the nearest cell reception, let alone response. Usually it comes by way of a Forest Service law enforcement officer or even the Coast Guard coming to rescue you because that is the only kind of rescue that's available sometimes. So buy an axe, keep it in your 4x. It's going to help you. Now, little collapsible shovel. You can get a, this one doesn't want to behave. You can get a collapsible shovel, most Army surplus stores. They're really handy. It will work for you. You're just going to have to take some time. Find one. Again, another $10, $20 purchase. These are really great to have, especially if you get yourself into a muddy area. Use this, put some gravel in under the mud, help you get a little bit of traction to get out of there. Or if you get onto a gravel bar and you get yourself buried up to your axles, you need this. There's no way getting around it. You're gonna have to dig yourself out before anybody can pull you out. That's just the way it is. The rules of physics. I didn't make it up. So get yourself a shovel. Make sure you have it in your car, your 4x4. If you get stuck, you're going to need it. Right down there. Now this is a pry bar. We call it a skelly bar. This is something my other half invented. It's just a pry bar, but it's a really heavy duty one, and we love it. This guy you use to lever rocks off the road, or lever a tree trunk that's a little bit too heavy or too big to move on your own. You take the bar, you lever at the tree, use your axe in the ground as fulcrum. Roll the tree off the road. Is it hard? Yes, it is. But you don't want to sit down a 40-mile Forest Service road waiting hours, days, or even weeks for somebody to come along and see that you're actually there and stuck. You got to get yourself out. So, then we get to a strap. Strap, again, same purpose. Help you get a rock off the road. This will also help you move a tree. Just hook it up, wrap it around what you need, and ratchet it off the road. This will also help you a little bit if you don't have a winch and you need to get stuck out of some mud. Very slowly ratchet yourself forward with a little bit of dry gravel on the ground in front of you. It's going to help you get unstuck. Will it be quick? No, it's not. But then again, there's no quick solutions in life. Now, we come to water. Water is one of those things, well, you just plain need. It can help you out in a couple of different ways. One, we carry water in case of a fire. In case we have to douse a campfire. We hang on to it. You can also use this water if you're on a very dry gravel bar. Now, gravel bars, which is where we're at right now, they hold a certain amount of moisture. But then, when they dry out, the stuff just loses all static hold. Now, you can get a little bit of water underneath your dry gravel. I'm not saying make a mud puddle. I'm saying wet the gravel down just enough to get a static hold on the stone. Slowly drive forward with your 4x, with your four-wheel drive engaged, and you will be able to get out. It's not easy. It doesn't take a whole lot to do it, but you're going to have to make some effort to get the ground soaked down a little bit so that you can get out of a powdery dry gravel bar. Now, we do bring drinking water. Drinking water is really super important. I'm going to hide the label on this. So, have some drinking water. Why? Maybe you lose an axle. Maybe you break a tire off, or any number of 1,000 different things can get you trapped in the woods. So have some fresh drinking water. This will save your life. Yeah, it's not awesome, but it is what it is. The other thing we like to carry with us is a small power inverter. Get a small power inverter. This is just a couple of 100 watts, but it's enough to charge your cell phone, your computers, your cameras. We carry it because it's enough to charge our cell phones. And sometimes it happens. You need to have a little inverter just for clean power. And this one happens to be a small power inverter that I got from one of the national tool chains. I think it was $15, $20. I'm going to include a link to a pretty good power inverter in the description of this video. I'm also going to be including links to all of the other things that we've mentioned here in the description of the video. Can any of these things really help you? Yes, absolutely. What's the most important thing you should probably have? A toolkit. It doesn't help you out any bit. Any bit at all. With all your knowledge, all your experience, if you can't turn a wrench. It's like starving to death for want of a can opener. Have a toolkit. I don't care what the excuse your spouse, your buddy, your pal down the street, the so-called pontificating expert at the coffee shop down the road says. You don't have tools to fix what's broken. You're staying where you're at. That's just the way it is. There's no way of getting around. So, toolkit. Now we are going to grab one other thing. Give me just a second. This is a tow strap. A tow strap is what you put around the front side of your vehicle. I'm going to pull this one out so you can see what they look like. They're pretty bright. So, there you go. This is a tow strap. It's a big, heavy piece of braided rope or wire and it's got a couple of heavy little hooks on the end of it. You're going to take this, and you're either going to find a place like a hook on the underside of your vehicle, which I'm going to show you in a second, or you wrap it around the ball hitch on your car. If you're pulling somebody out, wrap it around that ball hitch and it'll pull them right out. These are cheap. Again, $10, $20. Nothing is saying you have to go out and buy all of this stuff at once. You buy it one at a time. Buy it once a week. Buy it when you find it on sale at the end of the season. It doesn't matter. But make sure you get it. Nobody wants to pick your dead body off of a trail, and certainly nobody wants to find it. It really screws up our day. Have some basic safety equipment and make the time. It could save your life. That's all I got. Have a good day.